Welcome to Healthcare Leadership Live. This is Mike Lyons with Seasoned Advice HR Services. And on Healthcare Leadership Live, I like to share topics that are useful to healthcare leaders to help you run a better business or be a better healthcare leader. And this week, I'm going to be talking about staff retention. This is something I'm incredibly passionate about because without great staff retention, it's very, very difficult to be successful in healthcare. I recently published an article about staff retention in ophthalmology, and really it applies to all healthcare businesses, but retention really starts with how you hire. It's very difficult to retain employees if you don't hire well. So you have to be thoughtful about how you hire. You have to know what you're looking for, what is going to fit your business, what your core values are. You have to think about your team that you're putting people into. And you have to have a plan based on what your needs are. And so it's not as simple as just sitting down, having a glass of lemonade with somebody and figuring out, if they can do the job or not. You've got to be way more planful about it, and it takes practice. I've worked with supervisors to get them more skilled with selecting folks, and it takes a while to get that confidence, but once you get that confidence, you kind of just have it. It's like riding a bicycle. And so, but you have to be intentional about it. Next, you've got to get the pay right when it comes to retention. You've got to make sure that you're paying employees a fair wage. Do you have to be paying at the top? No, you don't have to be paying at the top. You can match the market. As a strategy. Now, there may be individual employees where you're really paying them more than they could get anywhere else, and that's okay. That's part of strategic compensation. And so it takes a little bit of experience to be able to get this right, to be able to know what people are paying out there and what should your range be. And I've seen businesses that try to make this into a formula. Like, okay, you get $1 for this, or 25 cents for that, or 15 cents for this. And you know what? I just don't think that works. At the end of the day, compensation of your staff is a true blend of science and art. And if you try to make it a pure science, I think you're always going to fail. And it kind of reminds me of attendance programs, point programs, where you try to assign points to employees based on how late they were, or what they did, or what the circumstances are. And it ends up being a blunt instrument that personally I'm not a fan of. And so with compensation, it's an art and a science, but you've gotta get it right. And you can't buy loyalty. So don't think you can buy people's loyalty, and don't think that just because you have their body and their presence in your office because they're making a great wage, don't think that means that they're doing a great job, that they're giving you discretionary effort. Because they're not. They're just there. They're like, great, I'm getting this pay, and yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this job, but is that even the best person? Is that even the best person for you? Because they're just kind of there because you're paying them well. So pay is more complex than just $1. Also, lastly, I guess what I would say on retention is you've got to have that personal connection with every employee. Connect with them, get to know them, make them important, make them feel important because they are important. And this could be in their personal life, get to know them as a person, their kids, and what they're dealing with. Maybe they're not into sharing, that's fine. But get to know them. Why do they like what they do? Where are they headed in their career? They want to go back to school? They love being an ophthalmic technician, or they love working front desk at dermatology, or whatever the case may be. Get to know them. Offer them tons of gratitude. That builds a lot of trust when you show appreciation to people. And there are a lot of ways to do that, and I'll probably talk about that more in a future show. But you've got to show so much gratitude, and you better feel that gratitude too, because they can tell, A, and B, darn it, you need those employees. If you don't have them, you're sunk. And so you better be grateful for them. Because you know what it feels like to lose one. So connect with that gratitude for your staff. So anyway, those are 3 things to think about when it comes to staff retention. I'm going to talk a lot more about this in the coming weeks. And you can go to my blog at seasoned-advice.com/blog and check out all the posts I have on staff retention and leadership and HR. Because there's a lot of content there. Or connect with me. I'll put a link into the show notes for you to be able to connect with me on this type of topic. But that's been the show today. My name is Mike Lyons from Seasoned Advice HR, and on this show, I really try to bring you actionable insights that will help you in your clinical healthcare business to make you a better leader and to help you get better results through people.